Okay guys, so hello and welcome to another commentated social race kind of. Today it's a little bit different. We are taking our evaluation race for the AOR season 16 and obviously only allowed to do, I believe, one of these races. One of them is also mandatory, so a bit of pressure on this race as our time trial laps weren't the best, but on this game I believe a 50% race is more important than time trial laps, but we'll see how this one goes. Hopefully it goes well. And at the moment we are about 6 to 7 minutes into the 18-minute qualifying session, and this is actually our quickest lap of the day. We've already got a very nice banker. Did quite a lot of qualifying practice for this race, and bankers were always about 26.1 around that, and now it's at 26.0, so already half a tenth to 1/10 quicker on the banker. Let's see if we can go a bit quicker on our second lap as well. Usually second lap was around a 25.9, but for this qualifying session I was just aiming to get into the 25, so yeah, anything lower than the 1:26.0 would be a success right now. As you can see, RC Alonso pops up in second place with RC Sam in third, so yeah, it's very close right now. We are purple on the second sector by over 1.5 of a second, almost 2 tenths up now, coming into the last corner. So this is shaping up to be a very nice lap time. Let's see through the last one, just clipping the inside curb, a bit unstable on the exit, fourth gear on the exit. We open the DRS and it's going to be a 25.816. It's a very nice lap, almost a 25.7 on the Mercedes car. And that was actually pole on this race by over 3.5 tenths of a second. So yeah, very strong qualifying lap there, and hopefully we can convert it into a race win. So here we are, formation lap. We are looking to get a strong start, and then from then just find our rhythm, find the strategy, and do some decent laps. So 5 red lights, 11,000 RPM, and away we go. It's a very nice start. Compared to RC Alonso and Vintage in third. Into the first corner, we're about the middle of the track. You can see a red arrow there popping up, and it's actually Lee Finlay, the Sauber driver, up into P2 out of nowhere. I wasn't even sure where he qualified, but seeing his name pop up in P2, extremely surprising. I actually thought he would hit us at one point, because always a red arrow is not a good signal at any race. So Sector 1 done, already a very healthy gap from P2, 8 so a lot of meters from us to P2, that's very good. So we're looking for some decent laps now in the first 10. Obviously super softs are not the most durable tire on this game, especially on this track. It's a very hard track to keep the tires cool. So yeah, also not a lot of race strategy going on into this race from a practice point of view. But nevertheless, our fastest lap on the first in was not too bad. As you can see on the end of lap 3, our tires already well over 30%, and our fastest lap on this stint, it was a 30.3. So a low 30, yeah, it was basically the target on all stints. And at this point I was not sure what strategy to do. As I said, not a lot of practice from a strategy POV, so as you can see I just switched to softs there on the MFD. But on the next lap, lap 6, literally a few seconds later, I changed to medium compound, and that's where I basically made the decision to pit on the end of lap 7 actually, sorry, as you'll be able to see, because the tires were absolutely gone on this stage. We are aiming for a mid 31 on this lap if we carried on, so 65% on our super soft tires. A very nice stint, some nice lap times. I believe all of the lap times were inside the 30s. And now we are going to start our second stint, and I'm going to explain you why I went on to mediums, because most people actually on this lobby at least went on a 2-stop strategy essentially, super soft, 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 as you may have seen on other evaluation races on this track. So going on mediums, I didn't have to worry about anyone doing the 1-stop, because I knew my pace was better than them anyway, and already had a healthy gap from the first pit stop. So as you can see, if I went on softs, I wouldn't have to worry about Clarky here, because you can see Clarky and RC Alonso are on mediums, and what that means is that I'd have to push now and make a about 15-second gap from them, which wouldn't have been really convenient. and seeing the tyre wear on the first stint wasn't that bad. I knew I could have gone from a tyre point of view, from a tyre wear wise, I could have gone to the end easily, so that's why I opted for the medium tyres essentially. But yeah, anyway, meanwhile we take the lead of the race from Vicstar, who I don't actually think has made his pit stop yet. So right now we are battling Vintage, who is the closest soft runner, and also RC Alonso and Clarky, who are the only other two people on this lobby to do the one stop. And as you can see, the top three are all on the one stop, so in my opinion, a one stop, if you can conserve the tires and do some steady laps on the 30s or 31s, I think it's the quickest option. And you can see some back markers there. But yeah, other than that, other than the back markers, you'll also be able to see the fastest lap on the second stint, which was 2/10 quicker than our super soft stint, which is always good. You know, going quicker on the mediums than the super softs. It proved that the mediums did have the pace even after 15 laps, I believe now, on these tires. And yeah, lapping some more back markers was nice to see. A lot of pace coming. So yeah, top three, as I said, medium runners. So if you got your evaluation race coming up, I'm sure there's still, actually there's one today and there's one tomorrow, and there's also two more in the next weekend. So if you're doing an evaluation race and you find a good setup for tires, you should do the one stop in my opinion, because the only people that did this got a podium. So obviously, as you can see, if damage was on, I believe we would have got a puncture on one of the rear tires, as it is over 80%, but damage was off and the pace was there, so take advantage of that and go on the one stop. So yeah, coming across the line, a great job from the top three, you know, doing the one stop, going to the end on very good pace from all three. Obviously RC Alonso and Clarky, really good pace from them, so GG to these guys, the Haas driver and the Ferrari driver. But we've won the evaluation race. Really nice feeling, because you only get one chance at this, and we've done the best possible job, pole to victory and some nice race pace. So yeah, this is one step of getting into Apex Online Racing if you want to compete for season 16. And I think we've done a massive step into F1 if we want to compete there for season 16. That's obviously the target this season. And obviously I'll be posting all the league race highlights that I do in AOR, PRL and ERL, the three leagues that I am in for this game. So you guys should stay tuned for that. It's going to be absolutely hectic, especially on the start of this game. League start in about 2 to 3 weeks, I believe. Even next weekend we've got some nice league races, so highlights will be coming as soon as possible from these races, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, you can see on the background, as I said, very nice race pace from RC Alonso and Clarky. Really almost matched us in that race on the low 30s and mid 30s. So yeah, that has been it for this race, the AOR evaluation race for season 16. I will catch you guys later. Take care.